And we're
live.
Woo-hoo! Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by.
No kidding. This is so exciting. This is our first time, other than our little sneak peek, of trying out this software where we get to dual host live from a page together. It's so exciting. Should we get started?
Absolutely. Oh, and I already see that people are on. So thank you so much for jumping on. And you can always pop a little comment in. Just give us a little wave or drop an emoji in just to kind of let us know that you're here. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I love how punctual you guys are. In fact, if you guys want to share or invite or tag anybody, we would love for you to do that. So, Holly, should I just kick it off?
Absolutely, Ellen. Thank you so much.
All right, so I guess I'll introduce myself first and foremost. My name is Ellen, and I live in Oregon, and I have been a coach for going on, this is my 6th year. I'm in my 6th year, and gosh, what has Beachbody done for me? When I found the opportunity, when the opportunity actually found me, hi, Toby. Hi, Sherry. Thanks, guys. Hi, Kim. Oh, yeah, it's a happy hour. Feel free to have a glass of wine or whatever. You guys, when this opportunity came across my plate, it was truly an answer to prayer. I was at a time in my life, married, 3 young kids with a lot of anxiety, a lot of debt, a lot of despair. So I was actually looking for work. I'm willing to work hard. I love health and fitness. I didn't graduate college. And so I was like, what am I going to, I'm a fitness instructor, which actually doesn't have to do with the coaching business opportunity, which we're going to talk to you guys about for the next half hour. You don't have to be a fitness professional or in that industry to coach. Some people assume that incorrectly. But I was teaching classes and it's not enough. It's not enough money to pay the bills. And I needed to contribute significantly to the household income. And so that's kind of where my life was at the time, where I found this opportunity. And since I didn't have a college degree, I didn't really consider myself someone qualified to just like go into the workplace. Nor did I really want to, because I had 3 young kids and I really wanted to fancy myself a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to work really hard, but I really wanted to be available to my kids. And also, and I've never really said this on one of these presentations before, but I just really believed, this might sound corny, but I don't care. I believed that my life was meant for more. Like, I believed that I was meant to matter on this planet. And so not only was there financial despair and fear and anxiety, but I also had this like sense of wanting to mean something with my life, this sense of wanting to matter, this sense of wanting to have purpose, this like, wasn't I meant for more? You know, wasn't I created to offer something to this world? And so this opportunity, you guys, I can confidently tell you with now years of experience to give me some credibility, even if you've never met me before, this opportunity has really been the remedy and the solution for both of those things, for the financial freedom and independence and security that our family needed, but also that sense of fulfillment and meaning. And I just want to just like disarm you if you came on, or even if you're watching the replay of this and you're like, oh, I don't want to be sold anything to. Holly and I are not like that way. We're not that way at all. And so we're just going to give you information, and maybe this will be your cup of tea or something you're interested in. And maybe it won't be, but we will not twist your arms. We're just going to give you some information and hope that maybe at the beginning of this new year that maybe we have something that could be a solution to something in your life. So that's just a little bit about me. And then Holly's going to introduce herself. She's going to tell you a little bit about what we do as coaches. It's going to ping pong. So after she tells you what we do, I'm going to talk to you about the training and support that you receive. And then she's going to talk to you about how you earn income, like how that works. And then I'll wrap it up with kind of how you can get started. So, all right, Holly, introduce yourself. And
all right, cool.
Thanks, Christine.
Thank you so much, Ellen. And that's a great introduction. And Ellen hit on a lot of things, a lot of reasons why people decide to look into this business. And some of those reasons are because of financial despair. That's where I found myself in about 10 years ago. I was in severe financial despair. But I also was, I was in a great job. I worked for Chalene Johnson. If you guys have ever heard of Chalene Johnson, number one hit infomercial right now is PIO. So the creator of that, I worked for her. She had a fitness presentation certification company before that. So I had a great job, but my debt far exceeded what I was making. And so that put me in a pretty disturbing spot. And I was in fitness, and I loved teaching fitness classes, and I loved helping people, and I loved the whole teaching aspect. In fact, when I was 14 years old, I got my very first job as a coach. I was a gymnastics coach. And so it's just so funny that I'm right back here in the same spot and only doing fitness coaching online. But you know what really got me? Of course, the financial lure and the opportunity to make an income, working from home, part-time hours, and basically being my own boss. I wasn't in the position where I didn't like my job. I loved my job. I never intended to leave my position, as vice president of that company. I had no intention of that. But I did know one thing. I was in a lot of debt, and I was teaching classes before work. I was teaching classes after work. I was doing fitness presentations on the weekends just to try to make ends meet. And then when I can squeeze it in, I would do paperwork for my parents' real estate company or personal training on the side. So I'm talking 70, 80 hours a week, just so I could eat and kind of keep food on the table and not be completely stressed out. And, I'm going to tell on myself too. My diet was horrible. I knew nothing about eating clean. I was the product of fast food nation. I consumed probably at least 2 fast food meals a day, and I didn't see anything wrong with it because I worked out 3 or 4 hours a day. So who cares? Right. It didn't really make it. I didn't think that it mattered that much, that my nutrition mattered that much. And that I was always going to be healthy because I was physically fit. But, as time starts going on, you start to realize that you can't always outwork out your bad diet. You know what I mean? Which is had always been my solution. And anyways, people do this for lots of different reasons. People do this because they need the accountability to stay healthy. A story of my mom. She's one of my my highest paid, my highest earning coaches. She's not a fitness person. She's self-admittedly been a yo-yo dieter her entire life, and she makes a full-time income working this business extremely part-time. I have other coaches on my team who've been able to hit 6 figures within 2 years. I have other coaches on my team who've been able to retire and stay home with their kids. I've got other people on my team who the only reason that they do this is strictly for the discount, and that's okay. The reason that we're here today is we're going to talk to you about all of the different ways that you can do this if this is something that you're interested in. And I want you to know, just like Ellen said, it's all about you, your goals, what you want to achieve. So just kind of think back for a moment. Think back to when you're a kid. And, we're, at least I don't know about you, but I was raised to believe I could do anything. Ask a little kid, can you climb Mount Everest? And they're going to say yes. You're going to ask a little kid, can you do, my son, he's the cutest. He's 4 and he's like Captain Confidence. And I love it. I hope he never loses it. But we all know what happens, right? I don't know, high school, college, reality sets in. And then we start saying to ourselves, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't go for that. Or that would be too painful if I don't achieve that. Or if I set that goal and I don't reach it, then that's going to be too hard. And so we start thinking smaller. And what I love about this business is it empowers people to think beyond their wildest freaking imaginations again. That's what I love about this business. It gives you the ability to say yes to any of the dreams that you have out there. So just for a second, I want you to put aside any negative thought that you have creeping into your mind. And I want you just to think for a second, what would my life be like if I looked amazing? If I felt good in what I was wearing? What would my life be like if I didn't have to scrimp and just dissect my checkbook at the end of every single month to make sure that I'm going to have enough money for the mortgage. What would my life be like if things stopped getting repossessed? That was my situation, right? I'm just watching things drive away. What would my life be like if I didn't have to worry about putting food on the table? What would my life be like if I could tell my aunt, who's a severe diabetic, that I have a solution for you and I can help you? What would my life be like if I could actually change someone's life and make income doing it? And you guys, I want to remove anything right now from you, any scales from your eyes that might be telling you, well, you shouldn't make money if you're helping people, because that is BS, right? That's total crap. It is. Because at the end of the day, every single thing, if it's a legitimate product, it's helping somebody. And at the end of the day, it all comes back to, what are your intentions, right? And if your intentions are legitimately to help somebody, then that is what we do as coaches. We help people. And what do? We transform ourselves from the inside out, and then we share those changes. And, I wasn't a public speaker before this. I wasn't a reader before this. I didn't study. There were a lot of things that I swore I would never do that this business has pushed me to do. I said I would never be a salesperson. I said I would never own my own business. And here I am. Successful online sales business. And the thing that this business has allowed me to do has been all of those things. In addition, if you don't know my story, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I will just say this: from 60, 70 hours per week, overstressed, overworked, no chance of ever starting a family, to being a work from home mom. I work approximately 10 to 15 hours a week when my kids are napping or at preschool. And my husband does the same thing. We own a house in Laguna Hills. We don't have debt. We have this business, and this is it. Like, this is our lifeline. And the reason that we have the ability to do this is because we've been able to help other people. That is what we do as coaches. We help people: fitness, nutrition, financial, even like we do a lot of life coaching, do a lot of personal stuff. We help you to create the best version of you possible. So I'm going to toss it back over to Ellen. Ellen, talk to us about what you can expect from what we do.
Okay, I will. But first, I just have to jump on something you just said. Uh-oh. Do we have an echo?
I don't hear an echo. I think we're good. Oh, but we lost your. Wait, we lost you. There you are. There you are.
Got me? Okay. Something I have said on previous webinars when Holly and I presented the business before is that I struggled prior to this opportunity and becoming successful with this opportunity. I struggled with feeling incongruent, because I'd go teach a class and put on this happy face, because you're supposed to show up happy and high energy and lead a class. And yet I had all this turmoil and grief and anxiety on the inside, and how that was just so nerve-wracking, and I was so uncomfortable with that. It felt like a deception. And but she just brought me back there, talking about dreaming big and removing the scales from your eyes. And this is not to my point, but I have to just mention that people used to talk like, so where are you taking your family on spring break, and where are you and your kids going? And we never could go anywhere. We could never go on a vacation. We could never go anywhere. So I always just would awkwardly try to change the subject, be quiet, or look at my feet. And now I'm about to, here in a couple months, put my third stamp in a passport, only because of this company, and travel with my husband. Again, this time it's to Mexico. But anyway, please, we do ask you to just have an open heart and mind to the possibility that you could do more and be more than you have let yourself believe in a long time. Okay, now I'll talk about training and support. So first of all, like Holly also mentioned, we have people. Didn't know your mother was one of your highest earners. That's so amazing. But we have people on our teams that are full-time and work lots of hours, and this is like their 40-hour-a-week gig or whatever. And then we have people that are part-time and people that are discount. There's this whole entire gamut. So if we do our job correctly, if you decide you want to try this out and coach, if we or whomever in our downline is is your upline, your sponsoring coach, if we do our job right, we embrace you and we find out kind of what you want, where you're at, which might change, but where you're at today. Do you want to work an hour a day? Do you want to work 2 hours a day? Do you want full-time income eventually? We try to figure out what your goals are with you and how much time you can give this so that you can realistically manage your expectations, because we're not a get rich quick scheme, and we're never going to tell you that you can just get rich quick here with us, because you can't. We work really hard, and then the opportunity is really real. So you'll get a realistic assessment of how hard you'd need to work to reach your specific goals. And then also, it's as simple as this. You have to focus on just being the best version of yourself. So you want to either have already a testimony with our products and how they've changed you physically or whatever, emotionally sometimes. Or if you don't already have that story, it starts there. It starts with you creating the story of transformation, something genuine and authentic that you can then share. We are never going to teach you how to be spammy, pushy people that your social media turns into this like constant sales pitch and you're constantly cutting and pasting messages. That's not how we run our business. Yes, we're in sales, but it is an authentic, genuine, who can we help and how can we serve approach with Beachbody and with our downline. So you're not going to get that coaching from us. You're about spammy pushiness, because that's not how we work. You can just see that by following our pages. So basically we work with you. We have training systems in place, like new coach trainings that teach you the basics and show you how to achieve your goals. But the nuts and bolts of it are you become proof that the products work if you're not already. Some of you guys already are, and this is just the natural next step. Two, that you're working on personal development, whether that is audio, video, or reading. And Holly will tell you need all three. I've heard her say it before. She wants your personal development to come in different forms, but personal development, like 10 minutes a day of becoming a better human being, inviting and sharing, just passionately passing on what's worked for you. It doesn't have to be in a forum like this where you're public speaking live on a Facebook page, but you are sharing and inviting to the opportunity. And then lastly, that you're just praising people and recognizing and giving value to those people in your team and clients or customers that you have. So that's kind of how you start training. We do believe that you need to have a genuine love for people. It's okay if you have I had zero Facebook. It's okay if you have zero skills, because that's where I started. We just work with you. We show you how to do all of it. So what else did I want to say about the training and support? You don't have to be business savvy, like I mentioned. You don't have to be a social media pro. You don't have to be a fitness expert at all. You really just have to have a heart for people. And if you have big goals, you need to have a willingness to work hard and put some elbow grease into your business. We do have live events, quarterly live events that you can find no matter where you are geographically. Speaking of, it doesn't matter where you are geographically. We can work with you as long as you're in the UK, Canada, or the United States. We work, Holly and I don't even live in the same state, and we can work together like this. So that's neither here nor there. So we also have one big annual convention called Coach Summit that meets once a year. And so there's lots and lots and lots of ways for training and support. Did I leave anything out?
No, just that they don't have to figure anything out. It's plug and play. That's the main thing.
It's plug and play. I know what I usually say during this section. I don't know if it's totally along the lines of training and support, but just a little skosh of background. Our company once was an infomercial business. So this dates us now. And then we opened it up to we like I'm Carl and John, but no, Carl Deichler and John Congdon, the CEOs and the brains behind Beachbody, they created the network, which is this is network marketing. So they created that in about 2008. And so we are part of that network. There's about 450,000 coaches that are part of that network. And we have recently evolved into from an infomercial business to a DVD business. If you probably hear of people like, I have Insanity DVDs or P90X DVDs, to now we are BOD, if you've heard that, Beachbody On Demand. So now we're very, very, very digital. All our programs come with meal plans. It's a remarkable value. And so like if you're brand new and have never done anything, like we'll start with like, let's find a workout program and a meal plan for you. So, all right, Holly's going to talk about how we earn.
A hot topic, right? Because we always want to know, okay, well, really, 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 like, how does it really work? And everybody always says that to me. But how does it really work? The number one question is, but how do I find people? And exactly what Ellen just covered. By working on yourself and then sharing it with other people. That's how you find people. And we teach you everything. If we were to sit here and teach you what we're going to teach you, we would be working together, right? So we don't have time to do that. We just have to give you a snippet of kind of like what we do. So now we're going to talk about how you earn, because this is what separates us from a different type of company. Like, why not just go get another job? Right now, if you do have a job right now, or if you've ever had a job in the past, then what you probably have is like a pay by hour or like a salary based position, right? So even with the salary based position, you're expected to be there, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. You could even break that down into an hourly amount, right? So that's the way most people work right now is you trade a certain amount of time for a certain amount of money, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the way most of the world works. Now, the way this type of business works, there's lots of different ways to earn. Of course, you know that part of this is part of what we do is sales. That's probably the very base layer of what we do. The majority of what we do is actually to help you build a residual income. Mm-hmm. So for instance, if you just wanted to do sales, you could go do sales at any company. What separates us, meaning like multi-level marketing or network marketing from any other type of sales position, is you have the ability to build a team of people. So think about any other type of company. It always starts with the CEO, right? And once the CEO needs help, then they hire like a COO and they hire a CIO, and it's kind of expands out from there. So this type of business, if you're like, yes, I want to build a business of residual income, and I'll get to that in a second, then you need to think of yourself as the president of your own company. You are the CEO of your own company. The people that you recruit, if you train them properly to be their own CEO, then your business will get legs and it will start to create what we call a residual income. The best way I can explain this is as a franchise. Okay. Mm-hmm. So think about an online franchise, like franchises, I believe like Starbucks, McDonald's, there's lots, Outback Steakhouse. There's lots of different franchises out there where basically the premise is this: you buy the brand, you buy the plan, the business plan, you buy the recipes, you buy the model, you buy the training systems, you buy everything when you purchase into a franchise. And actually, I know a person who was a partial franchise owner. And I'm talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars to get into a franchise, like that. Probably millions upon millions if you're in one that is a large name company. Why? Because the system has been proven. The system works. Mm-hmm. It works. The recipes work. The training systems work. The way they train their employees works. It works. That's what you're purchasing, is the system. Now with Beachbody, our franchise cost is literally like dollars a day. Mm-hmm. And you're consuming the majority of that. So you could be a consistent coach, franchise owner for anywhere from like $2 to $4 per day. Mm-hmm. That sounds pretty dang good if you ask me. Mm-hmm. Especially when you know the potential of hitting 6 figures, $1 million within the next 2 to 5 years. And that is what we're going to talk about, residual income. That's where you do a lot of work kind of up front. It feels like you're not making too much. I remember in those first couple months, I was working about 10 hours a week and only making, like $30, $100. That doesn't seem like a good deal in the beginning, but it builds and it builds because I trained the people that I brought in.
Sorry. Can I mute?
I think so. It's okay.
Can you mute me?
I love dogs.
Sorry.
But that's exactly how residual income works, right? You do the work up front, and then pretty soon, I'm working 2 hours a week, but the payoff is obviously a lot greater than what it was back then.
Take them outside.
Because otherwise, I wouldn't still be here, right? That's how residual income works. 2 to 5 years, that's always our goal, but we also need to be very honest with you and let you know, like, it's not magic. There is no magic pill. There's no magic solution. It literally is like you get what you put in. You get what you put in. That's what we really need to cover there. But go back to your dream. Go back to what you really need. Like, do you need to pay off debt? Do you need some financial freedom? Do you just want some relief from the month to month? Do you just want to know that you have a cushion? Do you want to have a retirement plan? Do you need college funds? Think about all of the ways. Yes, I know that money doesn't make you happy, but it does give you choices, and it allows you to help serve other people. It allows you to be with your family more. It allows you to do so many other things. And all it requires of you is consistency, not a whole lot of time, but consistent effort and an ability, a willingness to say, yes, teach me, show me what to do. Because, this is just like any other franchise. We have a proven system. You just need to plug into what we have to offer you. And it's as simple as that. So I just want to ask you before I send it over back to Ellen, do you have a plan B right now? Like, what if, I had a great job, but always in the back of my head, I was thinking, what if this goes away tomorrow? What am I going to do next? What's my plan B? And so when Beachbody came along, I went, okay, that's my plan B. And I committed to giving it a year. And I didn't really think that I was going to be successful at this. I questioned it a lot. But I want to ask you, like, is your dream, is your reasons for wanting to do this larger than your fear of failure? And if the answer to that is yes, even if it's like a timid, scared yes, then just hang around. Ellen's going to talk to us about how you can get started.
All right, you guys, I'm so sorry about the background debacle. That is, I want to just say it's a fringe benefit of working from home is that you get to be by your children and your pets. But sometimes your pets are loud. I'm sorry, I didn't even know how to mute myself because we're on this new software. So I was like, I don't see a mute. Okay. So, Holly, you're not going to draw that really cool graph? You kind of touched on it.
I didn't have the backwards version.
Oh, well, okay.
It's in reverse. Because I'm like, I keep trying to do my hair like this, and then I went, this way.
Oh, we're backwards.
Everything's backwards. I'm looking at it backwards. So I think it's not going to come out right.
Okay, well, that's okay. I mean, you did kind of describe it. Basically, she has this really cool visual. For those of you that are visual, I actually love that visual that you do. You're going to try, aren't you? You're going to go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, she's going to work on it. Okay. All right. Well, she's going to try to do that. But it's really cool visual to show how you do a lot of upfront and hold on, before you throw it to me to close, talk about the musician. I love when you talk about the musician.
Yeah. So
we do these. Yeah, go.
Is that backwards too? Like this.
Yeah,
Here.
it's back.
I know
it's backwards.
It is, right?
Yeah, it's backwards.
So this is. What if I go upside down?
Yeah, do that.
There you go. So here's residual income in a nutshell. Okay.
Okay.
This represents time, and this represents money. Obviously, each segment. I should start from here. Each segment is how much time you put in, okay? So at the beginning, you're going to put in a lot of time for what seems to be a little bit of money down here, right? That's like year one. Year two, you'll put in a little bit more time, and then you're going to get some more money. Year three, look at the things start to tip in your favor quite a bit. You're putting in less time for more money. You're still putting in the same amount of time, but you're getting your payout is getting way, way bigger. Instead of $3 an hour, $10 an hour, $20 an hour, now you're talking like 100, 200, 300, right? Your payout is getting a lot bigger. I should just ask you a question like, will your boss this year, give you a $20,000 a year raise? Because that's like the average earnings of somebody with 8 people on their team, just 8. I know you know that many people offhand. If you think about how many people you know who have diabetes, who need to make an extra income, who are overweight, who are just not happy, who want to be part of something more exciting, you know 8 people, right? That's the average earnings of somebody who has 8 on their team is $20,000. Will your boss give you a $20,000 a year raise this year? Probably not. The other way to think about residual income is this, think about a musician. They do a lot of work in the beginning for nothing. They write the song, they practice, they get the band together, they record, they cut, they send it to producers, years and years and years, and all of a sudden a song hits. And then they get paid forever on it. And that's very similar to what we do. We work our tails off in the beginning to build a business, and then it starts to get legs. And that's where I talk about like the franchise stuff. And that is the ability, that's the opportunity that we have with something like this. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, you're welcome. I just love that. We do these webinars, and we only have like bullet points so that we can be authentic and inspired and not rote with you guys. And so that's just something I've heard her say in the past, but we don't always say the same things. Okay. So I'm going to just wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for being live. I love the live audience. So like Holly mentioned a few moments ago, you're consuming most of your investment. I mean, let me break it down. Most people start with $160 investment, and almost all of that is it's for you. It is, yes, we will make it available on the replay. Thank you so much for that question. So with the $160 enrollment fee, and basically you're looking at $160. I don't know what it is in pounds if you're in the UK, but it's whatever the equivalent is. Someone can type it in the chat if they know. But for $160, whether you want to join and stick your toe in the water as a customer and like try it out as a customer client first, or whether you're just like, I want the business, I'm going to try this, I'm going to jump in as a coach. So it's $160 either way. And that includes an entire year of BOD. BOD is what I mentioned earlier, is your on-demand subscription to over 600 workout programs, almost all of which accompanied with a meal plan. There is a cooking show. The value of BOD is ridiculous, and it breaks down to 55 cents a day. So your BOD membership is included in that $160 for a year, and then it's your first month of Shakeology. Shakeology, we have a lot of supplement products. We have a performance line. We have 3-day refreshes, and we have 21-day ultimate reset cleanse kits. So we have different products and different products that we consume, use, and also distribute. But Shakeology is like our cornerstone Mac Daddy. It's the big daily dose of dense nutrition. That's your pre and probiotics. It's your protein. It's your fiber. It's your vitamins and minerals. It's your gut health. It's your superfoods. It's all natural, gluten-free. We have vegan options. It's like our king. And so that includes your first month of Shakeology. So if you're a coach, your Shakeology comes to you at a 25% discount every month, and you have the ability to earn a 25% commission every month. And then if you're starting as a customer, you're going to pay full retail price on your Shakeology. But your $160 gets you started with the whole kit and caboodle. It's like your bundle. It's your best value. So when people come to me and they're like, I want help, it's, what do you recommend? I recommend that you get the best use of your dollars and cents. So I recommend that what they call the challenge pack, because it's the bundle. It's the same idea as bundling like your phone, your internet, and your cable. Also, like, it's funny that I'm mentioning this now instead of like in the intro, but what we also do is if I were to say what we do in a sentence, it's we provide fitness solutions, nutrition solutions, and support. That's kind of what we do in a nutshell. That's, by the way, that's what we do as coaches. In closing, we provide fitness, nutrition, and support. So that's another piece of coaching is accountability. Small groups, usually very private, very intimate. I have some clients that want text messages, some that aren't on Facebook. So there's different ways that support looks depending on the coach customer relationship, but it's typically a Facebook group, something like that. So $160 is your initial investment. Again, you're consuming your shake, which is the bulk of that. With that, you guys, is your websites. It's your advertising. I mean, Beachbody is putting millions of dollars into advertising for you so that everybody's finding out right now what the 80-day obsession is. So that when, people have heard of the color containers, P90X is like a household name. Like all of that is done for you. You're getting in on a business that is providing all of that for you. So, basically how to start, you just let whoever invited you know that you are really interested. Maybe you have more questions. Let us know. Let whoever invited you know what your questions are. We're happy to follow up with you. We can actually create your cart with you now. There's a new feature called Share a Cart. And so we can put your challenge pack bundle together for you with your email and what shake flavor you want to start with. You have a money back guarantee on everything. So those are your first steps. And reaching out, I'm ready. And so just to kind of close out this time, I want to thank you so much for your time. And even those of you that listen to the replay of this, time is our most valuable commodity. That's why money matters to me. Money does matter a lot to me. And it matters to me because time is so precious and I want more time with my family. And money equals freedom. Money equals time. Money gives you the ability to spend your time with those that you love or whatever you want to spend your time with. And so, in the spirit of time being our most valuable commodity, we thank you so much. We do this about once a month. It looks different. It's never looked like this before. We do this about once a month, and we invite you. It's the beginning of a new year. I know it's scary to do this. It was for me terrifying because I was broke. And so like the investment, even though it's a great value, was still huge. It was hugely terrifying for me. And there was no way around that other than to just, dive in and work hard. And, we show you how you can, we teach you how you can have your initial $160, your cost of your like Shakeology, how you can get that covered in the first month of your business so that this doesn't cost you anything. We want to get you in the black and earning is our goal. So our business is about helping people. So if that is something, if you love people, if you like health and fitness, maybe you just want to work on your own health and fitness. And by the way, it doesn't matter if you're not fit right now. I wish we had said that earlier in this presentation. It is not a prerequisite that you're at your goal body and that you have a beach body at all. What does matter is that you're willing to work on yourself and you're willing to work towards transformation and that you're using our products. So we're here to help you. We'd love to work with you. It's a new year. So hopefully you'll reach out and we can add you to our team.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I feel so grateful to every one of you and especially to you, Ellen. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And that's about it. Make sure that you contact the person who invited you to watch this presentation and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.